credit score in the Philippines, ano ba yan? Paano mo i-check? And how do you increase your credit score? Ano ba yung credit score na yan? Well, pagdating kasi sa pera, may mga decisions tayo na it will definitely shape the opportunities that we'll have tomorrow. Kung nag-apply ka ng credit card, ng car loan, or even home loan, then probably narinig mo na yung concept or yung term na credit score. So sa Pilipinas, parami ang mga tao na nagiging aware about the importance of yung credit score sa kanyang financial journey. Kung mahilig ka manood ng mga Western TV series and movies, madalas na babanggit yung credit score. And sa Pilipinas, unfortunately, in recent decades or years, hindi siya masyadong topic of conversation. In fact, I've received questions from people na meron ba credit score sa Pilipinas? Meron ba tayong credit score dito? The answer is yes, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So ano nga ba exactly ang credit score and bakit siya importante na malaman? A credit score is a 3-digit number that represents your level of trustworthiness when it comes to borrowing money and repaying it. Think of it as your financial reputation. It's a score that gives creditors an idea kung marunong ko ba magbayad ng utang. So yung mga kaibigan mo na umutang sa'yo at hindi ka binabayaran, nako, 0 ang credit score ng mga yan, di ba? Pero kung meron kang kaibigan na kapag umutang sa'yo, ay for sure binabayaran ka kagad at may interest pa. Nako, yan yung mga matataas ang credit score sa'yo. So, ikaw mismo as a person, meron kang credit score na minomonitor ng mga financial institutions, lalo na yung mga nag-i-issue ng mga loans at mga credit cards. So, mga banks and other financial institutions. So, in the Philippines, your credit score is tracked and calculated by licensed credit bureaus like TransUnion Philippines, Credit Information Bureau, or CIBI, and CRIF Philippines. So maraming mga credit bureaus na nagtatrack ng credit score mo, and each of these credit bureaus may sarili silang system, may sarili silang sources ng information, may sarili silang scoring, and yung mga bangko, they contact 1 or 2 of them to check your credit score. So banks and lending institutions look at your score whenever you apply for a loan, apply for a credit card, or even some installment payment plans. May nagtatanong sa akin noon na kapag pumunta ka pa sa US, yung credit score mo sa Pilipinas, madadala mo ron, for example. Unfortunately, hindi. So yung credit score, unique yan sa bawat bansa. So if you're a Filipino citizen, for sure meron kang credit score. Ngayon, kapag pumunta ka sa US, nagkaroon ka ng presence sa legal system ng US, sa financial system ng US, then magkakaroon ka rin ng credit score sa US. At iba yon sa credit score sa Pilipinas. And that's something to think about if you're planning to migrate to another country. So bakit nga ba importante ang credit score? Unang-una, loan approval. So kung mataas yung credit score mo, mas mataas yung chance na ma-approve ka for a loan. Lower interest rates. Ito, hindi masyadong nare-realize ng mga tao na maganda na mataas ang credit score mo kasi kapag nag-long-term loan ka, like a car loan, a personal loan even, or a home loan, pwede mong i-negotiate yung ibibigay sa'yo ng interest rate. Pwede mo siyang ipababa pa kahit na 0.5 to up to 1% interest rate, pwede mong i-negotiate na ibaba, lalo na kung super taas ng credit score mo. So, getting lower interest rate is definitely a big benefit of having a high credit score. Bigger credit limits. So, banks are more likely to trust you with higher borrowing capacity. So, kung kailangan mo humiram ng pera na medyo malaki, mas mataas yung chance na ma-approve ka kung mataas ang credit score mo. And future opportunities. It can be used by employers as part of their consideration for job applicants, among others. I've heard of BPO, no, mga call centers, yung mga nag-a-apply sa kanila, check nila yung credit score ng tao kasi they don't want to accept people na mababa yung credit score kasi ibig sabihin medyo may problematic na financial situation nito, which means probably hindi magiging okay ang performance ito sa trabaho. So, ang logic kasi nila, because there's been a study in the US na kapag financially stressed ang isang tao, hindi ganun kaganda yung quality of work nila. And sometimes they're not as productive as they can be. Not all, but some BPOs have started to check the credit score of their applicants before accepting them, before hiring them. So, kung madalas kang umutang at hindi ka nagbabayad at nasa BPO industry ka, I don't know if you've noticed, minsan ang hirap patanggap, lalo na kung lumilipat ka ng company. That could probably be the reason. I've also heard that there are services, no, na check din yung credit score mo bago ka nila i-approve to subscribe to their services. So how do you check your credit score? Pwede nyo siyang i-request sa TransUnion, sa CIBI at sa CRIF, as these are the primary credit bureaus in the country. Some banks and fintech apps also partner with credit bureaus to provide access to your credit score. Kapag nag-a-apply ka ng loan sa banko, actually pwede mo siyang ding tanungin i-request na ano ba yung credit score na lumalabas sa inyo. Yan. So you may need to pay a small fee, but it's worth checking at least once a year to ensure your records are correct. Ako, saan ako nag-check? Nag-check ako sa TransUnion Philippines. Pwede siyang i-google, TransUnion Philippines, and 200 pesos yung bayad sa TransUnion para makuha mo yung credit report mo. Pwede nyo rin i-download yung Lista app. Sa Lista app, sometimes meron silang promo, libre, para makuha yung iyong credit report. But kung gusto nyo talaga ng comprehensive na credit report, pwede siya sa TransUnion Philippines. I think mas mataas nga lang yung bayad doon, parang 350 pesos. But ako yung 200 pesos lang na credit report yung tine-check ko once a year just to check kung tama yung records. So kung never nyo pa na-check yung credit score nyo, try nyo na, no? Para at least makita ninyo kung ano ba yung inyong rating, credit rating, and gaano kayo ka-trustworthy pagdating sa pangungutang. So ano nga ba yung good range for a credit score? Credit scores in the Philippines usually range from 300 to 850. Huwag niyo ko tanongin bakit 300 to 850, hindi 1 to 100. No? Basta 300 to 850 siya. And each credit bureau may have slight differences, but the rule of thumb is simple. The higher, the better. So kung ang credit score mo ay 300 to 600, that's actually a poor score. Kung 601 to 650, that's a fair credit score. Good credit scores start at 651 points hanggang 700. Pag nag-701 ka, very good na yan. Pwede kang mag-apply ng loan pag 701 ang iyong credit score. Malamang approve ka kagad yan. Pero kung excellent ang credit score mo, kung 751 to 850 ang credit score mo, lakasan mo yung loob mo, pwede kang makipag-negotiate ng mas mababang interest rate kapag nag-a-apply ka ng home loan, car loan, etc. Kung mag-a-apply ka ng credit card at mataas din yung credit score mo, pwede kang mag-request ng mataas sa credit limit. So, yan yung mga advantages of having a high credit score. So, i-check nyo na, nasaan na, hopefully 651 and above ang inyong credit score. Kung mababa, then don't worry, I will give you tips later kung paano ba siya patataasin. 5 factors that affect your credit score. Saan ba binibase yung inyong credit score? Meron tayong 5 factors, and I got this from TransUnion Philippines. So sila din mismo yung nagsabi sa akin na ito yung mga 5 factors na tinitingnan nila. The first one is yung credit payment history. Do you pay your obligations on time? If you often miss your due date, then your credit score will suffer. Bawas points sa credit score kapag nalilate ka nagbabayad, no? So, pagbayad on or before the due date. Moreover, it's essential to understand that for credit card debts, it's okay if you don't pay in full. Hindi, okay lang na hindi mo bayaran lahat, basta yung minimum payment binabayaran mo on or before the due date. Okay? So, what's important is to pay at least the minimum before the due date. Yan yung pinaka malaking factor actually, yung credit payment history. Out of the 5 factors, yan yung pinakamabigat ang weight sa credit score mo. Next is credit utilization. How much of your credit limit are you using? If you often max out your credit card, then that's actually bad for your credit score. Kung ang credit limit mo sa credit card ay 100,000, ang ideal is hanggang 30,000 pesos lang ang china-charge mo. Kasi pag sinasagad mo sa credit limit mo ang credit card mo, bawas points din yon sa credit score mo. Ang strategy dyan, kung talagang madalas mo ginagamit yung credit card mo, gamitin mo siya around 30% of your credit limit and then for about 2 to 3 months. And then call the credit card company, request for a increase in credit limit. Pag in-increase na yung credit limit mo, then mag-increase na rin yung pwede mong i-utilize sa credit card mo. And then just keep on requesting na i-increase yung credit limit mo hanggang sa dumating dun sa comfortable level of spending sa'yo. But, syempre, wag nating i-abuso. Bakit mo ba ginagamit yung credit card mo, di ba? Meron akong kaibigan, primarily yung credit card niya pang grocery at saka pang gasolina. No? And that is around 20,000 pesos a month, no? Yung gasolina and grocery. So, kung yung 20,000 is 30%, then dapat mga 65,000 ang credit limit niya. Eh, yung binigay sa kanya noon is 20,000 lang din yung credit limit. So, ang ginagastos lang niya hanggang 6,000. Sabi niya, yung isang pang grocery lang. Tapos, eventually, ni-request niya na itaas yung credit limit hanggang sa nung umabot na siya ng mga around more than 50,000, yun, fully na utilize niya na yung credit card niya sa gasolina at saka sa grocery. So again, if you want to avoid na mabawasan yung credit score ninyo, huwag nyo ima-max out yung credit card. Okay? So that's why if you don't spend a lot on your credit card, it's usually easier to ask your bank for an increase in your credit limit. Okay? So counterintuitive, kasi may mga assumption talaga na siguro pag lagi ko mina-max out to, mapapansin ng banko na itaas nga natin yung credit limit ito kasi lagi na ma-max out. It doesn't work that way. No? Huwag nyo masyadong gamitin yung credit card tapos sabihin mo doon sa banko, increase yung credit limit ko para gamitin ko yung credit card nyo. Papayag yan. So, medyo counterintuitive but that's how it works. The third factor that affects your credit score is the length of credit history. How long have you had credit? How many years have you been an active credit card user? The longer your credit history is, the better. It is a good idea to apply for a credit card as soon as you have your personal finances in order. Of course, learning how to save and budget comes first, but after that, go ahead and get a credit card with no annual fees. Madalas ako tinatanong, ano ba yung pinakamagandang credit card? Ang pinakamagandang credit card ay yung walang annual fee forever. Okay? Hindi nyo kailangan yung mga perks ng credit card. It's nice to have, but it's not essential. Yung mga mabuhay miles and yung mga discounts sa mga restaurants, hotels, etc. It's nice to have those, but if you're getting your first credit card, go for the credit card with no annual fee. Okay? Para madali siya maintain, tapos kung hindi mo siya ginagamit, okay lang, and it helps you build your credit history. This is also the reason why I tell people na kung meron kang utang sa credit card, kailangan mo siyang bayaran muna lahat, but you don't have to close those accounts. Lalo na yung pinakamatanda mong credit card. Believe it or not, bawas points sa credit score mo kapag nagko-close ka ng credit card. Kaya hinahinay din tayo sa pag-apply ng credit card kasi kapag nag-apply ka ng napakaraming credit card, lahat yon, if you want to maintain your good credit score, kailangan mo siyang buhayin lahat. You cannot close credit card accounts just like that without having consequences sa credit score mo. Kung ano yung pinakamatanda mong credit card, pinakamatagal mo ng credit card, alagaan mo na yan, wag mo na siyang i-close, no? Number 4 is the types of credit you have. If you have credit cards, tapos meron kang personal loan at nakapag-apply ka na rin ng home loan, may car loan, and yung mga installment payment plans sa credit card, in-avail mo na rin, that's actually good for your credit score. The more types of credit that you have, the better because it shows how responsible you are at handling different types of credit. Okay? So, iba't ibang klaseng loans, kung nakakapag-apply ka na dati, that's actually good for your credit score. Ang wag na wag mong gagawin ay mag-apply ng sabay-sabay because that is the last factor, new credit or credit increase. So this looks at how often you open new credit. Kung madalas ka bang umutang or kung sabay-sabay ka nag-a-apply ng loan. So when you apply for different loans at the same time or max out multiple credit cards in the same month, then it hurts your credit score because it shows an over-eagerness for credit and could be a symptom of financial problems. So maganda na mayroon kang iba't ibang klaseng type of credit or loans, basta hindi mo siya sunod-sunod or sabay-sabay na in-applyan. Okay? So all of these 5 factors make up your credit score. Iba-iba yung weight nila, hindi sila equal weight. Ang pinaka malaki talagang weight among these 5 factors ay yung credit payment history. So, the 5 factors, yung credit payment history, credit utilization, length of credit history, types of credit you have, and new credit or your credit increase. Now, let's talk about how do you improve your credit score. Meron tayong 6 tips, which is, if you know the 5 factors, then you already have an idea what to do to improve your credit score. The number 1 tip is to always pay on time. Even one late payment can negatively impact your credit score. Second tip is to keep your credit usage low. Huwag kayong magma-max out ng credit card. Number 3 is don't apply for too many loans at once. Kasi it's really a signal of risk sa mga lenders. Another thing that you can do is to keep old accounts active. A long credit history builds trust. Yung mga pinakaluman yung credit card, huwag niyong ipapakat. Sayang yung credit history nun. No? Check your credit report regularly. At least once a year is recommended. Mas maganda na nakikita nyo yung inyong credit history para pwede nyo ma-dispute yung mga errors doon. Kasi minsan talaga merong errors. It's also important to start small if you're new to credit. A secured credit card or a small loan can help establish your credit history. That's why I tell fresh graduates at yung mga nakakakuha ng una nilang trabaho, sinasabi ko sa kanila na ayusin mo muna yung work mo, ayusin mo yung budget mo, yung finances mo. And usually after mga 6-7 months up to a year, sanay na yan sa trabaho, sanay na yan sa cash flow nila sa pagbabudget. Then I tell them, go to your bank kung nasaan yung sweldo mo and then apply for a credit card. If takot ka sa credit card, you can apply for a secured credit card. Ano yung secured credit card? Ito yung credit card na ang credit limit niya depende dun sa deposit mo. Okay? So meron siyang i-hold na certain amount ng deposit mo para maibigay sa yung credit card. Hindi siya ganun ka-flexible, but still, it is a credit card that can build credit history. Other than that, mas simple is just apply for the regular credit card. Whatever credit card that your bank has na walang annual fees would be good enough. Para mas bata ka pa, meron ka ng credit history. And you don't have to actually use it even. No? Gamitin mo na siya pag emergencies. No? So, build your credit history early. Among these tips, ang pinaka-importante, yung una pa rin, always pay on time. Always pay more than the minimum required payment sa credit card mo on or before the due date. Now, paano kung nakita mo yung credit score mo, credit history mo, credit report mo, at merong mali, merong mga dapat i-dispute, may mga transactions doon na dapat wala na, sinabi doon, may utang ka pa ron na nabayaran mo na. So how do you dispute errors in your credit report? Unfortunately, mistakes and delays in reporting happen. It could be a loan that you already paid that's still marked as unpaid, or even an account that doesn't belong to you. These errors can hurt your credit score, so it's important to correct them as soon as possible. And here's what you can do. Step 1, get a copy of your credit report. Pwede kang mag-request from any of the licensed credit bureaus in the Philippines like TransUnion Philippines, CIBI, or CRIF, and review it carefully for any incorrect information. Step 2 is to identify the error. Common issues include payments marked late when you actually paid on time, closed accounts that is still listed as active, or accounts that don't belong to you. Baka mamaya may nag-apply ng loans under sa pangalan mo, tapos natag sa iyo. So, nasa credit report mo yung utang, pero hindi naman ikaw talaga yung umutang, no? So, identify those errors, i-check nyo. Kasi syempre, lugi naman kayo, di ba? Ang baba nung credit score mo, pero hindi mo naman pala kasalanan. Step number 3 is to gather supporting documents. So, collect proof such as receipts, bank statements, or clearance letters from lenders to demonstrate that the record is incorrect. After you've gathered the supporting documents, you can, step 4, file a dispute with the credit bureau. You can submit a dispute form online or in person at their office. Include details of the error, your supporting documents, and your request for correction. After that, you can wait for verification. The credit bureau will investigate your claim. Usually within 30 days, they'll coordinate with the bank or lender that reported the data. And then, just wait for the updates. You'll definitely receive them. If the error is confirmed, the credit bureau will update your report and adjust your credit score accordingly. You'll also get a copy of the corrected report. So in conclusion, your credit score is more than just a number. It's your financial reputation. In the Philippines, where access to credit is growing, having a good score can give you better chances at loans, lower interest rates, and greater financial freedom. Start by checking your credit score today, practice responsible borrowing, and make paying on time a habit. The small steps you take now can create big opportunities for your future.